In this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at how Umango can solve your accounts payable challenges within your business. So you'll see here that I've actually got Umango in a web browser here. So this means that anyone within the organization can log into Umango. I'm going to log in as Drew, who's a member of staff here. And they're based on their login credentials, they're going to be part of their duties is processing invoices. So document drop, I'm simply dragging my files for processing within my web browser session in Umango. This, of course, could represent one of many ways of getting information in, such as a watch folder, a Twain dedicated scanner, an incoming email account where you can filter words and phrases and the like, or indeed the embedded on a multifunction device. So those invoices are being processed in Umango as we speak. What I'm going to do now is actually just open these files and just show you what we'll actually be reading. So these invoices are very atypical of what you would find in your day-to-day business. And the typical challenges around invoices and statements is that information is located on each invoice in a very different way. You know, the invoice number is located over here, the line items delivered to the totals. So again, very realistic to your accounts payable challenges that you would face. And while I was just showing you those, Umango has actually processed and extracted all the information ready for it to go into our accounts payable system. However, in this demonstration, what I've got Umango to do is pause on purpose on two key pieces of information, just to show you the user interaction for data cleanup and validation purposes. So you'll see here there are my three invoices as I'm scrolling here within Umango. And the first invoice, it is prompting me to make sure that indeed the invoice number is correct. Now, in a real world sense, you actually set confidence rules in the extraction process. So if it's below a certain threshold, you'd see this interaction. If not, it would save the file with all the metadata automatically. But this is just showing you the ease of use and the minimal training that's required to get up and running with Umango. So there's my invoice total. And of course, this would allow me to do my data cleanup, Lasso OCR, keyframe image, and of course, lots of other features. That's been exported. Let's go have a look at what the output resulted in. So I'm just going to bring across to this window here to show you that dynamically we created a folder path. And what we're going to do is actually create a named PDF. And important in this example, an XML file that represents all that metadata from each of our invoices, which would naturally go into our accounts payable system. XML is just one of a multitude of different ways that you can get information from Umango into your business systems. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just bring that into play so you can actually see. There's my invoice number with the prefix invoice in this case and the XML file. So I'm just going to load each one of those and we'll take a look at what was read. This could be a CSV file, a JSON file, as well as, again, natively supporting a wide range of different document management systems. But you'll see straight away that we've captured the invoice ID, who the Umango user was that actually processed the invoices in this example, where services bring wholesale food, the date, the line items, the quantities, the unit prices, and the taxes. We could even do a check if there's indeed a signature in a panel or not. So that's a very simple process of how your staff would process invoices or statements and things of that nature utilizing the Umango application in the browser, on the touch panel or the multifunction device, in a web session, even on a tablet as you're walking around the organization. Now let's take a little bit look now at how I actually created that job from the ground up, just to show you again more in depth, but again emphasizing that ease of use. And I'm going to now log in as Andrew, and Andrew has administration rights within Umango. And right from the get-go, I'm going to create a new job. And I want to emphasize to you, you set this up once, of course, and it is set and forget. So we would name our job, of course. And what we'll do now is we'll go to our zones tab and we're just going to simply drag in a sample invoice here. We're going to enable our AI, and we've got some pre-trained document types that we can choose within our Umango Elite tier. So I'm going to specify that this is an invoice or a purchase order, and I'm going to hit enable. those AI document types have been trained on millions of invoices and statements. So automatically, Umango knows what it's looking for to match up with your invoice requirement. And that's what it's doing right now in analyzing that sample. Now, of course, you can upload additional samples if there's huge variation in your accounts payable, but you'll see right here, and hopefully you can see on screen this light sort of yellow or amber color. These are all metadata fields that automatically Umango has identified and named ready for extraction. Now, if I, for example, want to say, well, hang on a minute, what I want to do is, in this case, invoice number, I want to create a manual zone. So I'll just click on that. You can see I can specify my confidence threshold here, remembering that if I set this, if it's below that certain value, it'll show a member of staff. If not, it'll extract it automatically. I can name the field something that might be, more friendly or something that's more relevant to my staff. So I could just simply call this invoice number and hit save. And you'll see now I have a field here that again is an option for that validation that you saw when Drew was logged in and doing the accounts payable. Umango supports a huge range of different export methods. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to use our merge text connector. It's a bit of a favorite of mine. And let's just specify first off the location of where this information is going to go. I can create subfolders. And by the way, any of these fields that you see this blue dotted line, it's called a merge field. And I just start typing and all the metadata available fields are immediately listed for me to choose from, as well as system variables. So you know what, I might just call this subfolder based on, I don't know, the invoice number. And I can do that. And I could even do something like today's date. Now, this is where I mention around the huge range of different data types that Umango can export into. So you'll see here there's a wide range. I might want to create XML, for example. And what I can do here, I can just hit the magic populate button and automatically all my XML with all my different fields or metadata fields within that job are readily available and has been populated for me to use. Now here's where you could also paste in a sample XML file from your accounts payable system, the structure that it's looking for. And you would simply insert into here just using that merge type value where you start typing all the different metadata variables within Umango and where you want them to occur, your own XML file, for example, in this case. You now specify your image file type here. You'll see they've got a wide range of different document files types that are supported. Let's specify the name of the file again, just as, I don't know, invoice number. And I can use the fixed word invoice and underscore at the beginning of it, for example. So this is going to have invoice and the dynamic invoice number of invoice as the file name automatically. I hit save. Before we go, I didn't mention about sources. So this is where I could utilize a wide range of different email accounts, document management system, watch folders, multifunction device touch panels as well, of course. And if I simply select this small item here, this is add this job to document drop for everybody that's got the appropriate access privileges for the accounts payable job to immediately, as you saw with Drew, drag my invoices in for processing. I hit save and I'm ready to go. For further information in Umango, you're welcome to visit our website, umango.com.